Hey there, Smoke Master D here to talk about cooking with my Lone Star Grillz El Patron. I included my first cook in my walkthrough episode, so I'll have that linked above if you want to see that. In this episode, I'll talk about my last several cooks, including my experience and what I've learned about using the El Patron. My second cook on the El Patron, I wanted to do hot box style, with coals on the fire brick floor of the cooker. I didn't have a real burn barrel to make coals, so I just used this half barrel that my father in law loaned me. I made a few mistakes on this cook. Firstly, I should have started with the fire in the El Patron and burnt that down to coals. Should have warmed up the cooker. I didn't produce enough coals either, and I got the thing barely above 215 degrees during the cook. That isn't to say I didn't get a hot fire in my burn barrel. One thing I really did enjoy about this cook was burning a certain log that has a wedge stuck in it. Wood here. This piece of wood here. So it doesn't sit even on the ground. This is how I broke my thumb. So wondering how I was going to get this metal piece out. I think I know how. I think I do. But yeah, I used my blower to get that fire so hot, in fact, that it ended up melting the side of a bucket I had too close to the fire. Oops. Another reason to build an actual burn barrel, which I've now done. I also decided to use my imitation rod sauce, but I added some xanthan gum, which is a thickening agent, maybe also a mistake. I may have added too much of this xanthan gum because it seemed a bit gloopy. Even still, the chicken was good, best ever. No, not by a long shot, but still good eating. My third cook was 4 racks of ribs in an indirect cooking style. Since the weather is getting drier, I decided to put water pans on either side of the fire basket. Fire basket worked well for helping the splits I added to light, something I had trouble with in my very first cook without the basket, but I think that if I were going to do it again, we put the water pans directly over the fire, just how Lone Star Grillz locates their water pan that they sell for the El Patron. I was also thinking that there would be a very distinct direct heat taste on the ribs, but since I was able to wrap them in foil, which I can't do when I hang ribs, but I can do here because the grate is so large, I think some of this direct heat taste was mellowed out in the butter bath and the wrap, and the ribs tasted pretty similar to other indirect ribs that I've done like on my offset smoker. Now, of course, I might have had different results for my offset smoker if I wrapped those ribs in paper instead of foil. One of the main things I learned in this cook, though, was just how well this cooker can be used as a stick burner. It takes the regular addition of the sticks, which should be thinner than what I use in my offset, but it works just fine. My fourth cook, I decided to do some more thighs with something like 2 zone cooking. Now, I'm pretty sure I had more than 2 zones because of all the places I moved the chicken and the fire, but I'm going to call it 2 zone anyway. Built the fire on the platform. I've got to talk again about splitting your wood into thinner splits because building a fire without a basket just really doesn't work that well if there's anything too thick in your fire. Those thinner pieces light faster, and you just have to do it. I really put my off-brand kindling cracker to work to get around an inch thickness on those splits. Then sort of log cabin style fire or whatever will work to concentrate the heat and make sure the sticks are lighting. I know it would probably be easier to just dump a chimney of lit charcoal on the platform, though that might not be enough to heat up such a large cooker. And I like wood. That's the main thing. I like to use wood, so that's what I'm doing. After about 45 minutes into this cook, I decided to crank up the heat by putting the chicken directly over the fire, as close as I could raise the platform. This helped to render that fat under the skin and crisp it up into something bite through. Flipped every minute or so, not being able to get the coals closer than 7 inches probably helped me to keep from getting too much of a char on the meat. A little bit of char is good, too much, not so good. So I think I was actually thankful for that. One thing I did notice was that closing the top lid while having the fire, raised on that platform to its highest point didn't work super well, since less oxygen is able to get to the fire through the platform. It's got those little holes, but they're not super big. The door doesn't go up high enough really either to still allow a lot of airflow that direction. Now, I could fix this in the future a couple different ways. In the actual cook, I just propped the door open with a hickory split. I also could have just opened the pizza oven door, which I wish I would have thought of during the cook. Or, since I was trying for 2-zone cooking, I could have taken out some of the sections of the fire platform that I wasn't using to hold the fire. That would have worked too. For my 5th cook, I did some skirt steak and chicken breast for tacos. The chicken I kind of added last second, and I should note that cooking chicken breasts by themselves is not something I usually do, so the fact that I dried them out a little bit by cooking them over direct heat is a mistake I'll own. If I do it again in the future, I'll just do them indirect. The skirt steak, on the other hand, was amazing. I used Sweetwater Spice Trace Chile's fajita bath brine and smoked the steaks for only about 10 minutes or so before I seared them off. Steak tacos were awesome. A lot of the chicken ended up in a casserole, but that's barbecue life for you. I have some upcoming cooks I'll probably make videos about. I built that burn barrel. I'll be testing that out. I just haven't gotten around to it. And my Fireboard fan system has been held up by pre-orders for the Fireboard Pulse. But eventually, I think maybe in another couple weeks, all of that will make its way to me. So I'm looking forward to that. That's all for this episode, and until next time, go get your smoke on, y'all.